everyone, it's Marissa from BumblebeeApothecary.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make our favorite ice cream. So I have shared kind of a little glimpse of this ice cream recipe in some other videos, like what we eat in a day type of videos, and I haven't done one yet that's dedicated just to how I make our ice cream that we like to have. So I wanted to do that and make a video about our favorite nutrient-dense, delicious ice cream. So this recipe can be adapted and tweaked so many different ways. If you're just following more of a Nourishing Traditions, Weston A. Price type of a diet, then you can use cream. If you're on the GAPS diet, then you will want to use cultured cream. I have a video where I show how to make either yogurt cultured cream or kefir cultured cream. You'll want to culture it one of those ways before you make this recipe if you're on the GAPS diet, just to make sure that there's no lactose or casein in it. If you have access to raw cream, then that is ideal. I oftentimes don't in the amounts that we want to use. So when I don't have enough raw cream, I will get this Kelowna Supernatural organic grass-fed cream. It's low temp pasteurized. It's from grass-fed cows on small family farms, organic, non-homogenized, all that good stuff. So it's like the next step below raw organic grass-fed cream. So that's what I get when I cannot use raw, and we'll either culture it into yogurt cultured cream or kefir cream, or for those of us who are not needing to be on the GAPS diet, we can make ice cream with it uncultured. And I'm going to show you that method here. So I like to mix everything together in my blender. This is one of our favorite dessert recipes just because it is very easy just to throw together. So you can make a pint at a time, or you can make a quart. I like to do a quart at a time. And then to that, the next thing that I'm going to add is vanilla extract. I'll usually add vanilla extract no matter what flavor I'm doing. I'm just going to be doing a basic vanilla ice cream today. So I add 1 or 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Usually 2 if it's going to be just vanilla, and then just 1 teaspoon if I'm doing other types of flavorings. So speaking of flavorings, you can adapt this so many different ways as far as that goes too. You can do basic vanilla, which is what we oftentimes do just because it's fast and easy. You can add some mint leaves to it when you're blending it so it's green and has like a nice mint flavor. You can add some cocoa powder if you use that and make chocolate ice cream. You can add any kind of fruit that you want. There's a lot of different ways that you can go. But we're just doing basic vanilla today. It's really, really good. I like to add a nice generous pinch of salt. It just really adds to a nice depth of flavor and enhances the rest of the flavors. And then I'm going to add sweetener. So when it comes to sweeteners, you have a few different ways that you can go here as well. If you're on GAPS, you're going to want to stick to raw honey, raw local honey. And that's oftentimes what I'll do. Sometimes I will do maple syrup though, for us who are not on the GAPS diet, those in our family who are not on GAPS. And that is really delicious. It adds a whole nother complex, really full flavor, especially when you're doing just like a plain vanilla. The maple syrup adds really great flavor to it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I will usually add about 1/4 cup of whatever sweetener I'm doing. And then if you're doing other types of flavorings, you can add them as well. But like I said, we're doing just a nice basic vanilla this time. So then the last ingredient to add is egg yolks. And you can do whatever amount that you want. I like to use these types of dessert recipes or treats as a way to fit in a lot of nutrients. Obviously, the more egg yolks you have in there, the more nutrients you're going to have. Also, when you go to freeze this in the freezer and bring it back out to eat later, the more egg yolks you have in there, the nicer consistency it is to scoop right out of the refrigerator. The egg yolks give it a really nice, soft, scoopable feel, just like store-bought ice cream. It's not like if you've had some homemade ice cream before, when you bring it straight out of the freezer, when it's been in the freezer for a while, it's rock hard and you have to let it soften for a while before you can even scoop it. This is not like that. If you have plenty of egg yolks, I'm talking at least 6, 9, 12 egg yolks, it's going to give you that really nice scoopable consistency right out of the freezer. I do add the egg yolks raw, and if you've been with me before, you know my raw egg yolk spiel. But that is basically just to do what you're comfortable with, do your own research. Dr. Natasha says that if eggs come from really healthy chickens, then they salmonella and things like that should not be an issue. So I go with what she says. We've never had a problem. I just make sure to go with a source that I really trust whenever I'm having them raw. So I typically will just eat the raw yolks from the chickens that we raise in the backyard. And so that's what I have here. We have 6. That's all that we had today after making a bunch of other stuff today. So we're doing 6, but I will oftentimes do 9 or 12 to a quart of cream. So I'm just separating out those yolks and adding them to my blender. All right, once I have all of my ingredients in my blender, I just go ahead and blend all of that up. On my blend tick, I like to use batters button because it's just a nice, really quick way just to mix everything all together. And then I like to keep the freezer part. I have this Cuisinart ice cream maker that we love. It's a 2-quart one, I think. I will link the one that we have down below. It's amazing. I like to keep this part in the freezer at all times. As soon as it's washed, we just stick it back in the freezer. So that way, if we're ever like, oh, I want ice cream, and you start to get tempted to be like, I just want to pick up ice cream from the store, just think, no. Grab some cream from the store if you don't already have it. Come home and just see how fast and easy this is to whip up. Just make your own. It's so much better for you. So I'm just going to stick this into my ice cream maker. We just pour our mixture in. Put the top on, and then I will wait to switch this on until after I'm done talking. But at this point, you just switch it on and let it run. Usually at least 30 minutes is what I will do. Sometimes we'll let it go more like 45 minutes, but it's usually ready by about 30 minutes. And then it's ready to enjoy. So I will show you at that point, once it's ready to dish up, I'll show you what it looks like and go from there. So there it is when it's churned and frozen and ready to enjoy. I hope that you enjoyed that recipe, and I hope you give it a try and let me know what you think. Check out that description box for links to free ebooks and other goodies, as well as links to a lot of the places where I like to buy ingredients that I use. I also have links to things like my 30-day meal plan for the GAPS diet and information on how I can help you follow the GAPS diet. I'm also opening up a brand new membership where you can have live Q&As with me, group Zoom calls, exclusive discounts, and all kinds of other things. So check out that description box. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with anybody else that you think would like to see how to make the most delicious, nutrient-dense ice cream. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every week on nourishing recipes and natural living. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.